just do the usual setting up of stuff, and then we can get going. Right, okay, that's good. That's all good, that's all good. Right. So, today, it's a bit of a impromptu stream, but I've got the Lego stuffs here. Let the Twitters know. The Submarine, there we go. And stick that on there. That there, and stick that there. Alright, so, alright, getting going now then. Following the reasonably successful Lego Saturn V building stream that I did, which is now proudly perched on the top of my bookcase in the other room. I noticed there was a couple of more Lego things in the catalogue that I wanted to get hold of, so I basically went ahead and got them. So today I am going to be building the Yellow Submarine. There we go. The Beatles Yellow Submarine. I can get that centered on there, which already looks awesome because A, it's, you know, the Yellow Submarine, and B, it's got all the Beatles in front, and they also are holding things from the movie, which is really quite cute. So yeah, I haven't I've opened up the box, but that's it. So we'll have a look at what's inside. So here's the layout. You can see on the far side there, over here, you've got everyone waving from the submarine windows, and we've got bags of stuff and instruction manual. Oh, that's cute. Right, so over here is the Beatles from the original film waving from the submarine windows. Over here there's the Lego ones, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, that's quite cool. So that's good. A rather nice little box as well. So what do we got in the box? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say, can I have a little more? But there's 5. I thought there was 4. I thought they were being clever with that, but no, they put them in 5. But yeah, 5 bags, not a lot of stuff. Looks like things are already stuck on. We can see some of the stuff here. It looks like it's already got stickers and things. So yeah, so let's get going. Here's the instruction manual, by the way. I wonder if it's got any notes about the film. Not much, it seems. There is a single page there, and then that's repeated in French and Spanish. Blah, blah. So it just basically gives you some summary about the film, and that's it really. I mean, you can get a lot more from the Wikipedia page probably, but that's cool. So I'm going to point the camera down, and hopefully it's not going to fall off the thing. I don't know how I managed to do this last time, but are you going to stay? Are you going to stay? You should stay. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down so you can see what we're doing. I'm also going to put some music on that sadly is not the Beatles, but because I will have all the copyright people jumping on my head if I did that. So it's just going to be beepy beepy pop sky stuff again that was on my Saturn 5 stream, but that seems to not cause any copyrighting troubles. So we'll go with that. In fact, let's just stick the headphones on again because I forgot to do that. So yeah, it may or may not be particularly audible, but it's just there to keep me sane. Right, so let's get going. I guess I'll regale you with tales of the film. So there's 2 to 5. So yeah, Yellow Submarine. One of the defining films of my childhood, I think. Not that I was actually old enough to see it when it first came out. That's a bit before my time. But I saw it when, I don't know, I must have been about 10 or something. Sort of early 80s. And yeah, it pretty much was a huge influence, just in terms of the sort of thing I liked. I mean, it just hit all the right spots for me. The animation was brilliant. The story was fairly standard, but I liked the humour, I liked the jokes. Of course, the unfortunate thing is that it wasn't actually the Beatles. It was like the Beatles on TV, you know, their characters, but it was that the Beatles weren't doing the voices. They only did the voices at the very end when they did All Together Now, which was like the little live action section that they had right at the very end. If you haven't seen Yellow Submarine, I definitely recommend it. It's an awesome film. It's really fun. Very surreal, very 60s. Yeah, a pink block here. That's something I've not seen before. So yeah, it's great. The songs were awesome. It does have my favourite Beatles song ever, which is "It's Only a Northern Song," which is a very obscure one, I guess. But it's George Harrison being weird and psychedelic, and also miffed that you know, at various publishing things that were going on. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So first up, let's get on with the thing. So first up, we are building a stand over here for the Yellow Submarine, and that is going to be a 1 and a 6. So it's probably going to be a fairly short stream because there's not that many things. I think it'll probably be well, not short, but it'll probably be like a couple of hours, maybe. I'm hoping it's going to be a couple of hours. On Friday I'll be doing another stream, and that will be another Lego one, and I'll be building the Caterham 7, which I'll show you at the end of this one. But how is this going? So this is going like that. Interesting. Okay, so we got these 4 pieces here, and and they go on top of this. So hopefully you can see this on my appallingly tacky tea towel that I'm using just to avoid scratching up my desk. Although it's probably not a big problem here because unlike the Saturn V, this is not going to weigh 5 tons. So I put another one of these over here. So this is already pretty cute. Like, this is something I have not really seen. Like a little stand. I think that's a 2. There we go. No, oh, whoa. And this light, that is actually blue, but to my eyes that kind of looks like grey. So not that one. That is grey, right? Where's the blue one? Yeah, that's grey. There we go. A little stand type thing. And of course we have our little hingy friends. Where are our hinges? The hinges are on here. Are they not? And all the little bits. So hinge, and those things. And we just click them together. Yeah. Creak. Is that how that goes? Yeah, like that. Like that. Yeah, like that. And these then tilt forward. And I noticed there is an awesome little plaque, which is quite neat. And that goes on here. So right away, you have a little stand for your yellow submarine. And then we need to put together Mr. Lennon, who, oh wow, that's awesome. So his, I'll show you in a minute, his trousers are pretty cool. Head. And where's his? There we go. And he is holding this. So here is Mr. Lennon with light purple and dark purple trousers, which is pretty awesome. And he is holding a telescope, which I guess should be that way around, which is what he used at the end of the film. So the things they're holding are things from the end of the film when they were doing their live action bit. And he used the telescope to spot the blue meanies that were approaching the theatre. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, there is Mr. Lennon. I'll just stick him here. He was quite funny in the film. So yeah, I mean, it's one of these films that I can quote a lot of. And it's got really cool visual style. Like, they had these sort of backgrounds that were kind of like newspaper clipping type things of buildings, and then they all had a sort of perspective effect on them and other weirdness. So it was pretty cleverly done. Still very fancy looking. So we got this, whatever colour that is, brown-ish. There are some really weird coloured things in here. And we're going to make up the base, well, the submarine pretty much. So we're going to stick the door here. I don't actually know where this is. It's probably the bottom of the submarine, I would imagine. But there we go. And then we have to get loads of these little white things out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, presumably all the rest of them, 9 and 10, and 1 yellow thing. Here we go, so that's what we need. And that is just going here, comtar, and all the rest are going on the sides, like this, 5 on each side. So yeah, I would have loved to be playing the music, but Twitch would mute the hell out of it, and YouTube would murder me probably. So imagine the other submarine playing in the background, I guess. Right, we've got 2 grey bits at the back, like that. I'm assuming that's the back. I don't know why. Might not be. And then we have these like amazing kind of pastel blue, yeah, kind of sky blue bits, which are a little odd. Looking at blue. There's blue here, isn't there? Weird colour balancing. So these go here. Like that. And then we got a bunch of things on the underside. 2 and then a blue and then 2 upside down. And they are going along here. So this is more of those ones that just have one thing down the middle. Click. That blue one is. It's an interesting shade of blue. I like that. And then we are right. Yeah, this is the underside, because now we're going to start putting these little things, these little curvy bits, on the underside. So that is that way around. And put that there. And that should click into place like that. There we go. And then we got 2 more of them. Oh, and there's yellow ones. There's yellow ones and there's orange ones. That's a slightly lighter shade. And there's 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I didn't even notice that in this light. You know, like kind of yellowish light, so it makes them kind of look the same. Two, 3, 4. It's definitely multicoloured, which is cute. So it's going to be a reasonable size. This is the underside. And then we got 1, 6, nice red one, like that. There we go. So we got the underside of the sub there, I believe. Looking at submarine-like. And then we got 1 more of these things. And a yellow or orangey, kind of dark yellow, I suppose. Thing at the front there. And then all the other ones of these. Oh, we got some interesting little pieces in here. as I'll show you properly in a minute. So these go all the way to the back. Yeah, come on. Yep. So we're getting the underside done properly here. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't need those. There we go. One underside. So the yellow bit's kind of at the back, I guess. Yeah. Now we got these bright green bits. Do like the colours. That goes there. That goes there. And then we've got these like sky blue things. And that goes here. And that goes here. And now, now we've got these kind of quarter dome things. These go on the front, and these will be the well, I guess it's the prow, the front end. Yeah, this is the front end. Okay, I was wrong. This end is the front, I think. And then they've got these little interesting little bits. They're like flat top squares, but they're actually kind of got a rounded edge to them. So they go at the front here, like on the there we go, on the front of the, well, prow, whatever you want to call it. Right, so now we're doing some other bit. Doing this part now, I don't know what that is, but we'll find out. So here we go, we got the front of the, or this like the front bit of the ship done. Right, a blue thing, and we got one of these things. And then the pink block goes behind it, which is, that is just awesome. I love that pink block. Probably going to go somewhere where we're never even going to see it, but you know, it's still pretty cool. And that goes there, like that. We put the two reds on top of each other on here, like that. It's almost like building Duplo or something. Takes me back. Here we go. And then we got a sixth thing that goes here. Squeeze you in. We'll latches that in place. The yellow square at the front, like that. And then there's this bit, the white holder thing. No, not white, yellow holding thing, and a 3 blue, and then this square at the back. There we go. Again, I'm not sure what part this is, but we'll see. And we got a slopey bit. There we go. I like these ones. Flashbacks to the old space sets that they had in the 80s and the 70s. There we go, that's that. Ah, okay, and this slots in the front here, or whatever part of the ship this is, like that. Clunk, there we go. So there's the underside, and the side view. So it's getting ship shaped, or submarine shaped, which again I think is actually from the film. Unwittingly quoting it there. Okay, so that's good. And then we got this bit that locks it in place here, like that. And we got 2 of them and 1 of these on the back. I presume is the back. Clunk and clunk, like that. I should actually have a look. Like we're on 23 of the instructions now. How many are there? 137. Okay. So we're making good headway. I'm not really rushing it or anything, but it's probably going to be a short build, which is good. Now, where are you going? Ooh, you have 2 of these little lanterns on the side. I keep calling these that's what I call these things anyway, lanterns. Although technically I suppose they should have a little ridge along the bottom there as well if they're going to be proper lanterns, but they're like those anyway. Usually because they're used for lights and things. At least they have been in my experience. So that goes there. And then we're making another rear bit here. So we've got a yellow and a blue. Blue goes on the yellow. Like that. And that goes like that. I've got another yellow on top of that. And then this thing goes on here. So we actually get a curvy back piece. Like that. Which is quite clever. I was thinking, like, with all these curvy bits, they could totally make the that spaceship out of Battle Beyond the Stars now with these things. Just reminds me of that. Total tangent there. Right, so I've got to put 2 more of these curvy bits on the back. Like that, I would imagine. Yes. So yeah, we're definitely getting the back of the ship there. And then secure them with this. Not really securing, but latching them on at least. There we go. So at the end of bag one, this is made the bulk of the bottom of the ship. Don't know what you call that. The hull, I guess. There we go. Half of the yellow submarine with yellowy bits. And then we've got these little things left over, which I will put to one side for now. Actually, I kind of mangled this bag, so I'll get that from somewhere else. Alright, bag number 2. And bag number 2 also has a little bit of a biggie bag in it. Bag number 2 contains another beetle. Let's see who it is. Let's try not to break the bag too much, so I can keep it for the spare bits. Yeah, well, that'll do. There's some interesting bits in here. Right. Use that for the spares. Right, so number 2. Who is our beetle, I hear you ask? It is can't recognise him yet. Oops. Oh, that's clever. They got some hair painted on the head, so it looks like he's got sideburns. But it is, well, at that time he wasn't a Sir, but it is Paul McCartney, and he had some love. Oops, there he is. That's what that says. It might be a bit blurry there because the camera is not great, but there is some love, which is what he had at the end of the film in his hand, like that. So that's cool. Oh, we got some very wacky pieces in here. This is going to be cool. So we got 2 beetles. And yeah, going on the stand there. I don't know where the ship's going to go. Right, so on to box number 2. We need 8 of these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Also, is that going in there? Wait a minute, which side is that going on? That is going in here. I'm going to have to check something in a second. So, yeah, that's right. Put these in the back. Not quite, I missed a bit. So there's these little pieces as well, 1, 2 little grey bits that go in the middle. like that. So I'm just doing that basically. Right, so hang on 1 second, I just need to check something going on elsewhere here. You are done. Okay, I'll do that. Alright, okay, here we go. And just going to keep an eye on the music because I don't want that to carry on too long, because then that's getting us into other music that will be copyrighted and stuff. Right. Alright, should be all good. Right, so back to the building. So I'm going to put that those things in here. Like that. And the old grills. As if I didn't have enough for you on Saturn V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 5. There we go. Right. What's going on here? So these go along the insides of this, like that. Right, there. So click them in. Okay, and grills all on the inside. Not entirely sure what that's going to be about, but we'll see. Right, now we got some crazy stuff. So we have one of these things, and then we've got there's a load of really cool, I mean, I've never seen this kind of thing before. Hopefully you can see them, but they're all these like brightly coloured dials and knobs and doohickeys. Like that. If you can see that there, they've got all these different little designs on them. This one's got like circles, this has got like a little dial, that's another kind of dial I guess, and this is like a button or something. Well, that's pretty neat. But we're going to be putting these on this. So I need one of these as well. Where'd that go? Ah. Okay. Like that. And then this is pointing, no, actually it's pointing in and outwards because it's a double-sided thing. So on the inward side, put it there, we're going to put one of these pink ones. Yes, I can take it out and do that. So we got a pink one and a white one, like that, and that goes in here for reasons unknown. Fascinating. We've got one of these white, hang on, we got many of these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 of these flat tops. Where are they going? Got the front of the ship here. So the 2 white bits go at the very front here. So it's going to be interesting trying to get them on. It's a bit fiddly with my Crocosaurus hands. There we go. Give it a bit of a nudge. Like that. And then these things go in a row behind them. And 3 of them. So I guess something is going to be sitting on those. Aha! The pilots. The captain's seat, I guess. Actually, I'm kind of surprised they didn't have the captain as a piece in here, because he was pretty cool. But there is apparently Nowhere Man is in here as well, Jeremy. So we have the wheel, which is just a standard steering wheel, but that goes at the front here, or the back, I guess. Yeah, oddly, it goes at the back. Maybe that's the engine wheel, because I think they had that in the film. I don't know what's going on with this. Is this what is it? Is this the front or is it the back? This is the front, because that makes more sense here. This is where the rudder's going to go at the back. So this is the rear. So front, back. Right, now that makes more sense, because the way they've got it oriented here, it kind of looks like, you know, this is the front, but it isn't. So that makes sense. Okay, front of the ship, this way. That solved that conundrum. Right, so put a bunch of these blue things on the side, going from the green end. One more over here. I'm guessing there's going to be more control panel things. Oop, got hiccups, damn it. Yes, it is actually the other submarine. There we go. So, what's going on over here? We got one of these, and we got a blue. And we've got all these transparent pink things. There we go. See that in there. And then there's the other side, so we got the little control knobs. And then we're going to start building stuff on the outside here. So, oh, this is cool. A very nice purple thing here. We've got a yellow and a purple that are going here. They go all the way? Yeah, it goes all the way. There we go. I know what this purple bit's going to do. Probably going to be completely hidden. Yep, it's going to be completely hidden. So now we have curvy bits. How does that work? Okay, so we got. Oh wait a minute, which colour is this? This is the dark yellow, which is harder for me to see. And then we got two of these dark yellow bits here as well, and then there's these other bits that have things sticking out of them, like that. And so this goes there, this goes like that, and then the thing with the rig goes at the bottom here. Like that. And how does that go? Ah, it goes along the bottom there. Ah. Oh, this is clever. So, that's actually at the front end, no back end. So, this clips on here, and it actually makes a nice little, let me see that, nice little kind of, I don't know what the word is, sort of continuity thing there. Just makes it look more like a single part, which is very nice. I presume I'm going to have to do a lot more of those. Right, there's these yellow, big yellow ones. There should be two of those. Ah, okay. So these are, they don't have a step in them, they're just a normal rounded thing. But we got yellow ridge things on there as well. We put them on like that. There we go. And these go behind the bit we just put on, which makes that continuous with the brighter yellow, which is pretty clever. And then we've got these yellow bits that go over the front here. Hiding in the purple, which is a shame. I do like that piece, it's very nice. Right, so there's 6 of these other stepped bits, and these are the dark yellow, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, and then they just need their own little bits of this to go underneath, like that, because they are going to go onto the yellow part that I just put on, which is clever. I keep saying it's clever, but these Lego building, designing people are quite clever. Of course. And this goes along the side. But there is a gap. Interesting. So one there. one there, and then a gap with the one going here. And then, same on the other side. Getting a bit of heft now, there's quite a lot of pieces in this. Like that. We have a big chunk of it done there. And now there's these bright yellow bits, which go with their bright yellow counterparts. And that goes in here. So that actually attaches top and bottom. So this is interesting because there's no yellow stripe on the underside that it's following, like no bright yellow one, unlike back here. Unless I've done something horribly wrong. But I don't believe there was a bright yellow underside. No, I don't think there was. So that's that. Go back and have a look. There shouldn't have been because there wasn't any. Yeah, there isn't any. There wasn't any leftover bits. So that's as intended. Then there is a little bright yellow bit here, and then it's darker yellow underneath. Okay. And then a whole bunch of other wackiness going on here. Right, so we are building the back up a little. So we got 1, 2. Got 2 of these things. And 1. And what that's 1 dial and 1 blue thing. And they are going to go along here. They're going on the back there. Oops, there we are. And then these 2 bits going. That's why that looked a bit odd. It's going there. And that's going there. And these parts go on here. We have a little bit of a slopey thing there. So again, you know, it's like, why have that as a green colour, and if you're just going to hide it underneath this thing and never see it? It's, I suppose it had to be a colour, so green is as good as any, I suppose. So there we go. Getting a bit more structure done. Not like the bottom half of the tub. The dirt goes there, and then we've got a white bit and a pink bit. No, not pink bit, a blue transparent thing. That's going here. It's going here. So we got the front end of this is looking more control and dials and knobs. Hit a button. And then then we're putting these at the back. Where they go? There. Yes. One there and one there. And then these things, so these are bright yellow slopey bits. will go on top there, and they'll make that continuous. The bright yellow bit there. Now, interesting. So I appear to have spare pieces of pretty much all these little dials. And a couple of other little bits here, so that's interesting. Make sure I didn't miss any. There's one pair there. So one pair at the front and the back, which is there and there. And then there's just a pair on each side, right? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, that was it. So this is all spare parts. I guess they put them in just for collectors to have, I guess. More the merrier. And that is the end of bag number 2. So we're carrying through them on number 3. There we go. More wacky bits. So who is in here? Oh wow, there's all sorts of crazy stuff. I think it's George, who I think, if I have a favourite Beatle, I think it's George. He wrote interesting songs. Not that the others didn't, but he's had a lot more Eastern influence and other cool stuff. Right. So we are building up the middle now. But first, let's put George together. Assemble! Chunk. Is it George? Or is it Ringo? No, it's George. It's interesting. I'm pretty sure. What did he? Oh yes, he did. Yeah. I don't remember George having a beard, but if you look in the back there, you can see he actually does have a beard. But it looks, I guess it just looks weird because he's got a sort of somewhat more pointy face in the film, and here of course he's got the round, or the sort of roundy, squarish kind of Lego face, so it looks a bit odd. But there we go, and that is indeed George. Now his souvenir from Pepperland at the end of the film was this. So I guess interesting. They've got a shiny piece here. It's got like a little shiny sticker on it. But this little gizmo is the motor. And that holds on to that somehow. I'm not entirely sure how. Oh, it can go in there. Today I learned something. So yeah, so this is something new. At least to me, the hands can you can actually slot it into there. They don't have to actually hold the thing like, you know, along a little pole. You can actually just click this in, and there we go. And they don't actually need a handle. So there we go, George and his motor. And I guess he goes on the yellow submarine here as well. I'm putting them in a fanciful order here. But that's our gang so far. Which is really cool. I like they put one per bag. I guess Fud is going to be in the fifth bag, also known as Jeremy, also known as Hillary, and just the Nowhere Man. But I prefer Fud because he gave him a card that said PhD on it, and they just said Fud. So let's get going on this. So we've got two little L shapes on here just to raise this front bit up, which I now know is the front. Then we've got a 3 and a 3, which goes on here. So yeah, we're looking good for finishing around, I don't know, I guess 10:30ish. So that's a good length. These dark yellow bits fill out the top part here. There we go. I'm getting a bit more shape. Yeah. 4 of them there. Right. Oh, now we've got some wacky wheels and things. So, got one of these connector things. A very shiny wheel. And then these have little red lights on the back. I don't think they've got any stickery things on them, do they? No. Yeah, just normal red light things. So, 2 red lights and a wheel that I guess just clicks on the top like that, and then it slots in over here like that. There we go. Clearly one of the engine wheels. Oh, we got a fancy part now. So we got another one of those 2 bits, and another one of these double lights on the back. Sharp corners. Ow. There we go. And there is apparently a piece with some piping. And we're getting into the When I'm 64 segment, where they're pressing buttons and pulling levers and so on. Where is that going? Oh, hang on, that goes like that. So that slots into here. So we have on the inside, there you go, the wheel and the pipes, which is pretty awesome. I like how they put that stuff together. remember bits of the film as you're building the submarine, because to cap off the time stuff, we have a clock which was spinning around and going faster and slower and backwards and all sorts of things. Like, I want me mum, as young Ringo said. Or I want me mum. There we go. So clock on the inside and spinny wheel on the other side and the pipes. I guess I don't think there's any more. Oh, there is a pipey bit. Ah, awesome! There's an even better bit on the other side here. Because yes, this is clearly the Sea of Time section. Because we have a calendar with all the clocks and dials and things. That's very cute. And that is going on the other side here. So you have the clock and the calendar, and you have the engine, wheel and the pipes, and that's pretty fantastic. I really like that. So moving away from the button pushing, I put 2 of these up there. Is that right? Have I missed something? No. Ah, no, I did miss something. Right. So, one of these has a little yellow thing on top, like that, a little yellow square, and then it gets another one of these 3x1 red things, like that. And then this goes on top of the back bit here, like that. I missed that there was another one of those things there. There's the red, there we are. And then the yellow. There. And then we've got these big hole things. And 2 of these little onesie bits. These are bright yellow. Which way around are you going? You're going like that. That's interesting. That's how it's going, which is strange. I guess they got plans for this. So the holes are facing backwards, and these guys are going on the top. Like that. Oh. Okay, and then we have 2 of these things, Technics type widgets, and then there should be two of them, but they go in. Oh, okay. So one, yeah, this is like your standard connecty thing. They slot in like that, and then the other piece slides in over the top, like that, and clicks in. We get a double width thing, and then yes, that's very odd. We have a, again, why they have the holes here when we don't actually need them, because these are going right in front of it. But there you go. The mysteries of the Lego builders. And here's a new thing I've not seen before. It's a 4x1, but it's missing the middle two bits, connectors, studs, whatever they're called. Studs, I think, aren't they? Yeah, so this, curiously enough, goes over that. And that goes over here as well. And then we have two of the little things, the X holes. Where are they going? Here, apparently. Yeah. And more of these mysterious hole pieces. One. What the hell? What colour is that? Ugh. Like light green. Again, you can't see it very well in the light, but it's kind of this lime green, I guess it is. Not seen that colour before in a Lego. Unsurprisingly, a lot of pastels in this set. We got them and them. Right, so the things definitely go in holes facing outwards like that. On this little slopey bit. And that is clever. So there's one hole or one connector visible there, and that's where this is going. So we have that, which is very clever. And again, I like getting these new sets and then sort of seeing the interesting things they do with the pieces. So we got this, I don't know what the heck you call that, rod with a flat end to it, and that is going in through here, but as it going kind of vertically so that it clicks in like that. And now that's firmly attached to these back two pieces. And we got a blue thing on top here. Now, what do we have here? A little window type piece, like fireplace maybe. Two of them. And probably the most standard block I've seen in this is just a simple 1x1 block with no special bits. And that is going here, like that, in the back there, and these are coming out, covering the little pipes, and then these just slot in there, like that. You got a nice little red section. So again, this end is the front and this end is the back. So we got 2, 3, 4 of these, and they are literally just stick them on top of each other and just normal one piece things. And they are bringing up the rear here. Like that. And ooh, another fancy piece. Have an old television set, which is pretty neat. So that is going. Oh, hang on, where have I got this wrong? Yeah, this, sorry, this little fireplacey bit is actually going here, one space back, because the TV goes here. Makes more sense. I can put it in. There we go. Unfortunately, the bottommost buttons are hidden by the big discs there. And then we have these little arches. One of them. There's the other one. Ah, hidden under the dome. So these go on top here. That's more like it. And then we got a red flat piece to cap that off. There we go. Already looking like the rear. I guess this is like the luggage compartment or something. Right. Seems to be correct. And then we have a little frame for the TV as well. So it's just these little bits going together. And again a little flat piece on top. There we go. Looking good. And now we're putting some slidey bits down. So there you go. Just little dark yellow flat top pieces. That's because I think the top part of the submarine is supposed to come off. And I guess this is where it's going to be resting. So we have this sloping, slidey surface there for it to rest on. And we got two of these bits. Bring up the front here. Yeah, they're going. Are they? No. Are they? No. Ah, no. Then. Ah, okay. I missed two of these at the front as well. So these go over here. Like that, and then right, and then they go over top, so I was right. And then we got two more. Bit of worry. So that covers up that part like that. So the light here, I don't know what it looks like on the screen there, but these look quite yellowy, whereas to me at least, like this, these sections are actually kind of quite orangey yellow, and these are bright yellow. So it sort of looks like it might come out a little bit differently there. I guess the colour balance is funny. So I have another special doohickey. Lots of dials and knobs, and buttons. And that goes in the front there. And then we have our lime green piece, which is very strange. Getting tucked in behind, and it's probably going to be hidden by everything else. And then 2 of those on top of each other. And 2 of those on top of each other. Going on top of there. It'd be a shame if that lime green piece gets completely hidden, because it's pretty cool. And I fear that will be its fate. We've got one of these green connectors, and then we've got 2 little lantern type things on the front pointing outwards. We have blue connecting to this grey, and then we've got a light blue on top, and they go here. So yeah, it's completely, there's no way that lime green piece is coming out, but it's there. Maybe that's why they do it, just so you know that there's a special piece hidden in here that you've never seen before and you'll never see again. So these little things, we make a little archway frame type thingy around them. But, you know, we got it on video, we know it's there. It's a real thing. There we go. So we've got a fair way to go. Right, so that's done that. And then of course you put a little flat bit on top, which was fairly predictable. We've got a bit of a nose. Take one dome, take one flat bit. This is interesting, because this isn't very... It's interesting they made this hollow. There's no like connecting things. It's not like a thruster piece or something. So you can basically sort of put this any way you want it. And then that goes on the front. I guess it just connects in somehow. I don't know how you actually line this up. There we go. So it goes over the 4x4 at the front there, and we have a nose. A very bulbous nose, but a nose nonetheless. And on the side, on these little lantern things, you've got this dark orange flat bit, and it just pops on the front there. There we go. And we got these little pimples on the side of the nose, and a few more spare bits, which brings us to the end of bag 3 and the bag 4, where we have the remaining beetle, and arguably the linchpin of the film, because without him nothing would happen, because the other submarine would not have found the beetles if they hadn't found, as I assemble him, dot 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 Ringo. Because if you recall, the submarine kind of latched onto him when it was looking for help, or when the captain at least was looking for help, and was following him through the streets of Liverpool. And what he has at the end of the film is, if I can secure it properly onto him, which is going to be interesting, he has a hole in his pocket. But what will you do with half a hole? As they said at the end. But yeah, this is from the Sea of Holes. He just pockets a hole, which comes in handy later on. So that's pretty neat. I like that he's got his hole. And that's the assembled gang, which is pretty sweet. So that's where they're going. I guess the submarine must have another stand. So we are building. We're building now. We've moved on to the top part of the rudder and everything, and the top piece that slots on the thing. So doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Where are we? I've got to do the next page here, that's why. Right, so one semi-assembled submarine. Looking good. There we go. Funny, this song sounds like another one that I know that I can't quite place, but there we go. Right, so we need a round, looks like a round thing here, a round connecting thing, and then we got these brown rod things with a flat top again, and we got these little connecting doohickeys. So what do I need for this? I need two of these. Where's the other one? Two of those. Where's the second one? Am I being blind? It should be another one of these. Ah, there we are. Two of them. Four connecting doohickey things. Two of these rods. Oh, we're making the propellers. We have propeller pieces. The business end now. So we just basically do that. We put these two things on the top. So let's show them in. Push that out and then push that in so that it stays in. And then the submarine propeller goes actually backwards on it because it won't go on any other way, I guess. Will it? No, it won't, because it won't fit like that. It won't actually attach. You have to put it that way up, and then it'll actually slide into the X and be reasonably secure. There we go. And then we just make another one then. Suppose it doesn't have to be on quite that tight because we want it to rotate freely. There we go. This one's a little tighter, I guess, because we pushed it in a bit further. loosen it a little bit. Maybe a bit too much now. Yeah, I'll do. Whatever. It's fine. Yeah, that'll do. That's fine. So propellers. They. So you see the little round connector bits? That's where the propellers are going to go, because they're going to slot in like that. I guess they could rotate around, but for now it seems they're just going horizontal like. I guess they can't really go that way because they're going to get in the way of each other, so I guess they will stay horizontal. Here we go. Propellers! Always good to have moving parts on these Legos. And then we put some other things in place. What's that? That is one. I get the impression there should be two. There's the other one. So two of these, and they go on top of that, the end of that long section there. And that still does not interact with or get in the way of that, so that's nice. Cleverly done. And then we need 4 of these bright yellow bits that go over here. And I'm guessing there's going to be some kind of smooth thing on top. I would be half right. So there we go. Clicking that into place. But there are actually 2 of these onesie things going over the top here. Not a smooth thing, but one of these things with the one hole in the middle. And then we have 2 yellow bits here, and then there's 2 little slopey things. Oops, 1 and 2, and then what's that doing? That's going on here, and that's going on there, and this slopes outwards. There we go. There we go. I can't stop playing with these propellers. I got a little bit of wheel room, but not much. So there we go. Slopey bit at the back. And now I guess we're doing the rudder. So interesting little curvy piece. It goes there. Then there is a little 1x1 with a little grabby claw at the front, and that's going on top of this. So that's going to grab onto the rudder like that, and then put that on there. And build that out. And do a little slope thing there, like that. And there's a bigger slopey thing. That's clever. So that attaches like that. So it actually makes a sort of solid-ish, solid-looking piece there. And then that all goes on top. And you get this nice little ruddery holding thing. I missed a bit. I missed a piece. Hang on. I missed a little bit. This has to go on the bottom here. And it's got a little tube at the end. So that goes here. Like that. And then that means that this can go on top like, where are we? Like this. Yeah, so you have a rudder. What do you say, rudder holding thing? Ooh, and that's interesting. That is interesting. What is going on with this? Huh. Okay, so the rudder is intriguing. So we have a little light holding type piece that goes here. But then, what are these? So we have these little things. I've not seen this before. So they're little ones, but they've got like a little blade or something coming out of the front of them, which is very interesting. So below that, oh, that's clever. So this is going to be attaching to the claw and the rudder bit, but I guess it's got this little piece just to make it look like it's still continuous. And then these little blade stabby things go on the other side here. Like so. There we go. It's very intriguing. And then there is a 3 by 2 flat thing that goes on the top like that. And yeah, that basically, so we got the orientation like that. This will go like this. Of course it looks a little less flat from the other side, but that's still pretty neat. So it's of course fully rotatable. So there we go, one rudder. It's looking pretty cool, really, as a whole. Good size. So I've got some kind of holdy bit now. What am I doing here? 2 blues, 2 yellow bits at the back that make a little arch, and then we got orange or dark yellow. Dark yellow bits here. And a yellow and an orange thing going on the top. that. And then 2 1x3s, just capping off the bottom. I'm guessing this goes over the luggage compartment or whatever that bit of the back was. Like this bit, I'm supposing. Yes. So yeah, I guess that might be for all their little bits, because if they're going to go inside here, they're probably not going to want all their telescopes and letters and holes and everything. So this just slots in the orange side at the back. Like that. And we have the rear end of the submarine. And now we're going to make the, I guess what they call it, the con, like the tower, the top bit. Take one of them. And put them together like so. And then we have many more. 1, 2, 3, 4, there, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we make lots of these little red light units out of these things, like we did, kind of like what we did before. There you go. Just gonna make 4 of them. Like that. And then we attach those to here. Like that. And got a nice little lighting arrangement. And then that goes over the front. There's a little curved section there. And we got 2, right, so we got a whole bunch of these things. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 4th one. 2 of these white singles. And 2 red singles. And then we just put those on top of each other. And we've got one white bit back there. One white bit back there. One red bit back there. Like that. Just make these little bits go on the back. And then we put these little reds underneath. There are enough bits on here. Right, now we're going to straighten these out. So we've got 2 normal 4x1s. They go on the back here. Like that. And then we're going to put this little brace piece on the back, much like the front. And then we're going to pave these over. We've got a red rectangle there, that will keep it all straight, and then we got a white rectangle there, and then we put this white opposite bit at the back. So we got a nice little platform, which I'm guessing is going to pop over here at some point. But that's getting ahead of myself. So put that flat bit on the front there, the pleasant pastel blue, sky blue, whatever colour here. And we got two of those at the back there, and then we've got all this stuff, and then these are spares apparently. So how does that go? So this curvy flat piece again, if I put that on my finger there, curvy flat piece goes on the front of here, just to make it kind of line up with the curve below. There, that. And you can see that. And then we got these slopey bits that just kind of line up on the front here. 2, 3, 4, and then 4 on the other side. 3 and 4. And then these other 2 bits go on the back. Get the orientation right, there we go. And that is the base of the con. And these are spare pieces, and we are moving on to the last bag. Which is bag number 5. Which has quite a lot of big bits in it. Okay. Getting towards the end. So I'll probably have another half hour or so. Which works out nicely because then I don't end too late. Right. Now we're making pretty big looking pieces by the looks of it. So now what is going on there? There's a little nub. Okay, so here we have the Nowhere Man, Jeremy, Hillary, Fudd, and he for some reason has a little pink nub. I guess that's his bum or something. But a little pink nub sticking out of his back, and he is holding an apple, which of course, well, A, Apple Music, and B, these were used as weapons by the bonkers. I think that's what they were called. They drop them on people's heads and then they, I don't know what they did to them, paralyze them or suck all the life out of them or something. But there we go. I don't know where he goes. I guess he doesn't get a spot on the stands. Which is unfortunate, I guess. I suppose he's not really part of the crew. Kind of gets adopted, but can I just stick him on there? There we go. Oh, I'll put him on the end near whoever that is, John. You can perch on the end of the stand. Because, you know, he almost got left on his own in the film, and it'd be sad if we left him alone again, even though he was annoying. Right, anyway, so now we've got two little green bits, and they go there. What's going on? So, let's put the support on first. So these go with little grey things. They're going on top of the nice blue, sky blue slab thing, and then we got these green bits on top. I'm hiccuping again. Oh, hang on a sec. Wait, hang on. Wait a second. Just got to check something. There we go. Okay. Moving on. Right, so I got this good old Technics type thing. And there's a couple of these little connector things, and they go through the holes in the front. Like that. Goes on top. Oops, sorry. Goes the other way around, like that. So something interesting is going on here then. Okay, there's one. So we've got two little kind of, these bits go over rods, I guess. I'm going to show you the hole like that, and then they got little connectors on top, so there's something that can rotate round, I guess. But they are going on top of these things, but they also have, one has an orange tube on top like that, and the one has a yellow tube. Yeah. There we go. Guess they'll face inwards or something. So how do they go? Click over the rods there. Like that. Except they're actually vertical. There we go. Something like that. Hello! So I don't know how long you were in the chat there, but hello. Story so far. One yellow submarine partially made. Or almost all made actually. And other guys. So there is the other submarine crew and the base. No, I should keep that sort of here maybe. Put them there maybe. They're visible. So just building the con, I guess now. I'm on the last bag. And figuring out the periscopes apparently. What's going on here? So I got another one of these connecting bits. Click and click. There we go. And then we got another slightly more technical looking bit with a little X and a rod and these little schizophrenic little pieces. That goes on like this, and then that goes on like that. So we got a sort of rotatey part, and then we got the same on the other side, except it's an orange thing. These are going to be the periscopes, totally. And then we got orange. That thing, nah, come on. Okay, hang on. Can I do this? Yeah, there we go. Put them on the wrong things. So, there we go. Orange and yellow. There we go. And where do they go? Those go here. There we are. I'm getting the base of the periscopes going. And the eyepieces, which were always just slightly creepy, but they go on the side here. But you know, I mean, ships did used to have eyes painted on them, so it makes sense. And then we got a pink, bright pink front piece, like that. And how we do music? We're doing fine for music. And what else have we got here? There's some wacky pieces. No, yes, you. So I want you. So we got the, you know, the con is looking con-like. We got lots of little circular bits. So we got 6 of them. 1 square, which I've not seen before. And then 2, like 4 of these flat pieces. How the heck does that go? So, so anyone's wondering, I've been building this, yeah, pretty much 2 hours now. I'm nearly finished, so it's a nice length. I will be building the Caterham 7 car on Friday, same time, 8 PST, till whenever. So keep an eye out for that. I need 2 of those flat bits. But I'll show you that in a minute when I've finished this. I'll show you the box. And then that goes, slots over the top of the chimney periscope things. And that clumps in like that, so that's all good. So it's a nice nicely contained there. And then going a very wacky piece. Like some kind of, looks like it goes on the front of an aeroplane or a rocket or something, but it's actually going on here on the pink bit, which again is completely hidden, even though it's a really cool piece. So that goes like that, and then we have a little angled upwards doorstoppy kind of piece. Oh my. So there's all these little claw pieces, and we need 6 of them. There's lots of really little bitty bits in this one, because these, curiously enough, oh, this is clever. Okay, hang on. Oh, this will take some crackerjack timing. So these claws go into the little holes at the top there, but they go in a certain way which will blow your minds. So that goes like that. They go kind of, so the claw is parallel to the edge. And I should get my clunky fingers to work. So we got the claws like that, you see. But there are also these little very fragile looking pipe bits. And there are 4 of them. And you can guess that you can put them together and make something that vaguely resembles a circle, because they are going to be held in the claws. Although it's not actually a circle. So here is what it's doing. So I need a piece here. Oh, this is going to be fiddly. Like that. So there's a piece going around the back part here, and then this actually goes down somehow. So it's like that. That is what it's saying. I'm not sure if I can get that wrangled around anymore. I guess that's what it does. So yeah, it's basically going to come up from here and around, and then it's going to go back down. But it's a little fiddly, fragile kind of thing. You gotta line everything up perfectly. There we go. And then that goes down there-ish. It does line up just about, but it's a little interesting to try and put it together. I guess it's gonna want to kind of do that basically. So that's an interesting little setup. We've got that, and then red and a little white together. Like that. And then we're going to put a little spaghetti cube on. Well, if I show you one of them, there, a little spaghetti cube on the top. And then that's got a I see, got a little blue thing going into it like that, a little blue connecting rod, comme ça. And then these are going to go on the yellow bits. See, so they got round connectors in there and there's round rods at the end, so that's just going to pop in there. And that's going to pop in here, and we've got some periscopes. Because, yeah, it had multiple periscopes looking around everywhere. And then we have a similar kind of deal over on the orange side. Very similar deal. In fact, it's almost the same except it's orange. So I got the red at the bottom and the white, and then spaghetti tube, and then yellow, sorry, and then blue connector, and then those go on the orange bits. There we go. There we go. That looks pretty. That looks pretty natural, really, doesn't it? It looks like a. It's totally meant to do that, you know. single designed pieces for that. So that's pretty cool. And of course these can like wobble around a little and rotate. So I guess we make the front bit now. Can't see if I can put that there maybe. And the guys are over here, and then everyone can see that. So we've got all this stuff, which is mystifying in its purpose, but we will see. Another awesome pink slab thing. Little rampy things on the side here. And more of those curved edge thingies at the end. Like that. Two more of these slopey bits in the middle. These are raised up a little bit because of the pink slab. Gives it a nice bit of texture, I suppose. And then we got a white slopey front bit. That kind of looks neat. Two white squares on the top. And then that goes on top. And then we've got flat, and then more of those little corner pieces, which, in case you missed them, were looking like that. They're just little flat things that will, okay, we get them right. So we have a thing that looks like that. So I'm guessing is going to go on the back. So it then says rotate it round. Ah. So I thought it was going to go here. But little did I know. It rotates around like this and it'll slot into here. Because there are connecting bits on there. Which means this will look very cool. If I can figure this out. There you go. There we go. That's definitely looking yellow submarine now. And then we get two little red things. On the front there. And there's a little curvy black surface block there. So it's interesting because they say take this and put this like flat top bit here. I'm like, well, can you not have just made the whole thing smooth? Like, why did we have this? But I suppose it looks like now it sort of carries on out here. Like the slope just sort of carries on there and you've got a little kind of step happening here, which is, I suppose, pretty clever. Fine. Lego designers, you out with me again. So that is actually, so here we have that, and here we have the rest of it, which should just be able to plop in, I hope, except a little bit squished. Hang on. Let's get you have a little force in, but now that slots in, and yellow submarine. Very cool. Quite hefty as well. Solid bit of workmanship. And little propellers on the back, which are pretty neat. Working rudder. Movable periscopes. And then, yeah, this I guess is removable. And hopefully it might go on a little easier now. Maybe if I can squish you in. There we go. We've got a nice little row of lights and so on. But this is not everything, because as you can see there is a whole bunch of stuff down here. So we'll leave the other submarine down there for now. Oh, this rather complex thing is the stand. Also, did I forget some periscope bits? Did I? I think I did. I think that should go like that. Although I kind of like it the other way. Well, this is awkward. There we go. It's all falling apart. Okay. No, I've got this under control. This is all fine. Everything is good. that goes like that. Ah. Okay, this goes like this. This goes like this. And that goes like that. So there we go. Slightly longer periscopes then, I just forgot a bit. And then that can go around like that. That is, seems a bit too long now, but okay, I'll take it. I suppose you can adjust it anyway, but I suppose that looks alright. There we go. So there is the other submarine there. So all this stuff is the base, which this is all going to attach to, and it's very complex looking, which is interesting. So again, we have a wondrous pink piece, and yeah, I'll just show you. Like that is what it's all going to look like apparently. So put that there, and we got a awesome lime / luminous green piece that goes here, and then we have again the sky blue kind of piece that goes there, and two little red bits just to add even more colour that pop in like this. There you are. And then we pull all these circles around it, which is really bizarre. So how does that work? And again, I bet you these are going to get hidden, these coloured pieces. So I don't know, it's like there's hidden colour in Pepperland or something. Maybe it's a play on what happened there, that, you know, the colour is hidden away. Like that. And then we've got a big one, which goes here, I guess, somehow. Like that. And then we've got another big one on the other side, which kind of hogs that, is it? Or we've got two more circles here. Yep, that goes like that. And then we got a circle here, and a circle there. So we have a bit of a gap there. But now this is looking crazy. I'm going to flip these over, and then all of these little bits, got little end terminal end pieces, I guess you'd call them, like that. These all go on the underside of the circles. So that goes there. That one goes there. That one goes where are you going? There. That goes here. That goes there. That goes, I guess, like that, does it? Come on, where are you? There we go. And we got one more, I guess, that goes here. And that's come off. Hopefully these are going to be attached a bit more securely. There we go. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but now we have probably the most complicated base build ever. We got one of these and one of these. So that goes, so yeah, it covers up all the bits. It goes like that. That goes like that. That goes like that. And then there's another little red bit that goes on here. So it's getting fairly convoluted. We've got one of these, one of them. No, you don't. You have missed a bit. We got one large piece that goes here. Yeah, I'm not sure what this. I don't think this was the stand that the submarine launched from, like the plinth. So that would have been cool if they'd done that, because it was on a kind of little pyramid thing when it launched in the film from Pepperland. That goes here, but yeah, that would be neat. But instead we've got this weird circular landscape. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be something from the film or not, because I don't remember seeing something like this. Like that. Oh, we've got some really random things happening now. Covering that up there. That's going in there. And then we got a flat bit for some reason here. Another circle. Building up some kind of landscape, but I just don't know what of. There. That's very interesting. And then there's a smooth round thing that's randomly going here. Where this is going, I do not know. A square. And one of these, so that goes. So yeah, all the coloured bits are hidden. And then that goes as a 2x2 onesie. And then we got the other circle, which goes on top of the red thing, so hooray. Goes like that. And we got this big mess of stuff. I'm guessing that Jeremy is going to go there, maybe. Where the hell do they go? Okay, so got four of these little corner bits again, and they go around the outside of the little square thing. Like that, which makes that look a bit more attractive. And then we have these transparent cylinders. You put one on top of the other. And do that again here, because this is what's going to hold up the submarine. And that is going to go on. Where are you going to go? I think you are in the wrong spot. Yep, you're in the wrong spot. You need to go here. There we go. That's better. That is better. So, having done that, we put this in the middle here. And then we got a little stand that we can put cue the other submarine music as the submarine comes back in for a landing. Like that. And hopefully it'll stay up. There we go. Which looks very awesome indeed. very cool. We've got a few little bits left over. So yeah. Interesting, because the way they've done it, yeah, it's like that. So you can put that like that. Put the peeps there. And we shall put Jeremy on his little pedestal there. So there he is. There is Fudd with his apple. And then we have John with his telescope. Ringo with the hole in his pocket. George with the motor. And Paul McCartney with a bit of a love. And there we go. And then, awesomely, all these guys can actually go in here, and as I suspected, this is the luggage compartment for all their bits. But I'll leave them out because it looks pretty cool like that. Yeah, it's a shame they didn't get the captain as a figure as well. That would have been really cool because he was a pretty key character in the whole thing. So that is actually it. That is everything. Got a few more spare bits. So there's a little thing in the back that I will show you in a minute. There's all the little spare bits that they gave us. So here is the yellow submarine. I give a close up of it if you missed it. So there's No Way Man in the front, propellers on the back. There's the other side. There's the front. And there are the Beatles as they appeared in the yellow submarine. I do like this little sign stand thing, and yeah, the rudder works as well. Yeah, there we go. Right, so the last things in the book, I was wondering, because usually like this is a Lego Ideas thing, which you can see on the box. So here's the box. But as you can see, it's a Lego Ideas. So like the Saturn V that I did the other day. So they usually have a little thing in the. Oh yeah, and sorry, I'll show you the submarine. Where are we? Here we are. Guys on the inside of the box, and the Lego counterparts. But yeah, usually they have something about whoever designed the thing, and they do have a word from the fan designer and the Lego designer there as well. So what does it say? So Kevin Zetto was the one who designed this. Cool. So yeah, it's not interesting to read there. So yeah, it just gives you, basically they like the Beatles and they like Lego, so they made a Lego Beatles thing. So there we go. So that is it. Oh, hello. I want this. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that. Yeah, because look who's in the back. So we got the Doctor Who thing, which I used to like but don't really like anymore. Big Bang Theory, which I never really got into. Lego Maze thing, but most importantly, Wall-E. But I don't know if this is a new thing just coming out or what, but it's the first I've heard of it. But if there's a Wall-E, I'm definitely grabbing that because Wall-E is awesome. So yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Okay. Anyway, that is it. Yellow Submarine. So it took 2.5 hours there, but don't go away because I'll just move the sub out of the way for a second. On Friday, 8 o'clock, I'm going to be building this. The Caterham 7 620R. And the only reason I got this is because it's basically the car from The Prisoner, the TV show with Patrick McGowan. Well, it's very similar anyway. It's I think he had a Lotus 7, and I think this is kind of the same. I think this is a Lotus 7, but with a different name or something. I'm not entirely sure how that works. But yeah, it's a shame that these bits aren't green. It was like yellow at the front and it was like dark green around the sides in the program. But it's either way still looks pretty darn cool. So another Lego Ideas thing. I think pretty much almost all of the things I've actually got from Lego have been Lego Ideas, interestingly enough. That might be saying something, I don't know, but yeah, like the most interesting stuff they do seems to be in the ideas. So I think I've got like the Sopwith Camel wasn't an ideas one, was it? I don't think it was. I'm not sure if the Space Shuttle was. Curiosity rover definitely was. And the Hayabusa Japanese space probe thing definitely was. Oh, of course, like Benny's spaceship was not an ideas thing, but I've got that as well. But anyway, yeah, lately at least, the ideas have been pretty popular. So yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for the Wall-E. But this, we will build on Friday. So I will just rectify the camera view here. There we go. Clunk. There we go. So I'm done. Let me put this thing away. Done for today. So thank you for joining me. Thanks to Set to Build as well, coming at the end. Thank you. Thanks to everyone over there. Hello. And yeah, on Friday I'll be back 8 PM PST. And that one's probably going to take a bit longer because it's another couple of hundred pieces. So that's going to be 8 o'clock till probably midnight, I would imagine, or 11 at least. So that'll be a bigger build, but it should be good. Good one for the end of the week. And yeah, I'll see if I can get hold of that Wall-E if that's out, because I'm definitely into that. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I will see you on Friday.